Oh, hi. Here we are at Joshua Tree. It's been a pretty hot few days here. So 6 weeks in now, I thought I'd just give you an update about how some of the things are working out. This ARB awning is made for the element. You couldn't have anybody even design something that would be fit better. So I'm going to show you how we use it. There's screens on each side, screens or solid walls, so you can close it up if you need to. But let's just take a look inside here. So what it gives you is an 8 by 8 by 6 foot tall room, enclosed on all sides. It has a separate ceiling, a built-in LED light strip. You can see the way this fits. See how the cutout is around the doors. This is an add-on, this little shelf. But you couldn't hope for anything to fit better. And maybe it could have some little clips to hold that down to keep it tight. But it is perfect for having both doors open. So we've got our swivel seat there. And inside, you can see we've got all the windows blocked off. What we found is that we just leave these all the time, not the back window, but the sides. And we only change the driver passenger window at the front and rear. And we have one in the skylight. There's a bug screen here, okay, but also a blackout insulated panel. And as you can see here, the bed is now kind of in couch mode. Actually, we've got a little panel sticking out there, but that's can be just used as a bench. What we find is that we've been leaving it in this mode. We can just flip it down to bed, slide the front panels forward. So we slide those forward, not with the chair here, but put the legs down, pull the cushion down, make the bed. That's been working very, very well. And this table has been great. It's about a 30 by 48 woods folding table. We've got 2 chairs, and on the chairs are cushions. And here's one trick. Hidden inside the cushions are 2 sleeping bags. So when the weather's colder, then we get those out. Otherwise, we use them as cushions on our chairs. We use them inside as decorative cushions. But really, it's just a fancy sleeping bag cover. How's things going in the kitchen?
Making up some panzerottis.
Panzerottis. Joshua Tree has no water, no electricity, and no cell phone service. So you got to be pretty independent here. We're running off our solar panel, trying to get enough power all day long, and brought in quite a bit of water. So we're good. We're good. Well, it's morning time here, and we'll just see how we open that up. And with that, this little knob in the handle on the inside, you can open it easily. So you can see here's the bed. We're using sheets at the moment because it's hot here, but we could use our sleeping bags as a comforter or zip them together if it's really cold. But in this case, we can lift this up and still access the fridge if we want to go back to bed. We'll put that back down. We're still in bed mode. But the first thing that we do normally is that we lift this up and we'll clip it here to hold it in this spot for the rest of the day. Clip it there. So now You can leave it like that all day and easily access the fridge. And there's the EcoFlow there. We can take a look there, see how things, see that we're our solar's charging up there. So, and we've got all of our spices in here. Spices and other kitchen implements. And this is our cutlery drawer over here. So everything's easy to get to. The pillows we're using are memory foam. Actually, they were from Costco. Graphite cool. And so we always keep a cover on them.
Pillowcase.
A pillowcase. And then during the day we have a pillow cover that goes over top so we can use them as pillows on the couch. Not only a very effective way to keep your pillowcase clean, but it looks great. So now it's time to put the sheets away, and so these just get folded up, but they go in these other two pillowcases, which also have our coats in them. So just a storage area. So we'll put them inside the pillowcases, and we can use those during the day on the couch as well.
Down jackets so they're nice and soft.
So once those are all stored away, we're ready to break the bed down. One thing we did before we went, we had these the mattresses, some covers made at a place called Covers and More online. It was very inexpensive, and they seem to be quite durable, and they really, the charcoal gray really matches the element color. So what we need to do is slide this back into that position. And now we can just throw our cushions up there. And now we remember how the legs go. These legs fold up. Got a little lock. That slides in. We just pull. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this ahead just to give us some access to the kitchen. So the reason we've done that is to give us access to all of these compartments. On this side, I'm using it for the projector and then all my camera equipment. And as you can see, there are smaller levels here. Here is an area that we keep documents, and so our passports, extra money, papers, and it's also a place where I put my MacBook to make it secure. This side here, what we have are, in the back, that black thing is our heater, but this is all Karen's art supplies, so she's got several bins there to put her art supplies in. This also gives us full access so we can get to the Instapot, put everything away. There are canned goods section and general. So we'll just get everything put away here, and then I'll show you how it goes into secure mode. Once all the artwork's packed away, we can just close this back up. AV department can be closed, and you can see where the MacBook goes. It goes in here. Now, if we were going to a place where I was worried about security, then I would put it in here and close up. So we'll just slide that back. And if we really wanted to, what we could do is put the lock on so that nobody could slide it easily. You notice here, all of a sudden, those bins where the MacBook was, and these ones are very difficult to get into. So So that's your security. So your passport, your anything you value can be put in there. Now these other little shelves I'm keeping, our power packs in here. In here we've got more LED lighting, so task lighting and LED or USB cables. So those all go together. And then the next one, what I've got is my drives that I use for editing. So a 2 terabyte and a 1 terabyte drive that I just keep handy there. We got 2 other compartments. Karen uses those mainly for art supplies, but she's got them out at the moment. Now if we push this all the way back, it gives us access to our other shelf, which is hidden underneath here. So in this case, this is where our solar panel is stored. So it goes in there. On this side is where Karen keeps her boards for painting, so they slide in beside here. And once we put the solar panel in, it goes in there, and you can just pull this back down. During the day, we would have one cushion folded up. And one thing to see is that cushion, you see the metal angle, that cushion is locked in there. Put our other cushion in front. We've got our pillows. 2 sets of pillows. And then we can add in our sleeping bag pillows to finish it off. So that gives us a nice, comfortable little couch. And we normally store our hats in the corners there. Very nice. Very nice look. So now we're ready, we'll put our table back in place. Tighten that down. This is a very comfortable table for driving. We'll just bring our seats back. Now we can just see our ventilation system here. These small little muffin fans. You can hear how noisy they are. This is actually set on medium. Okay, so that's now running at full speed. There's a switch on the dash that controls each one. These just stick into the hole, and they have window screen on them. And during the day, they just sit here on the dash. So you can see we've got the springy cord. Comes over, those stick in to the hole. And in this case, we use our little wedge to hold that. This panel comes out. It's got a little flap, so during the day, if we're not having the fans, we can just stick the panel in on its own. When you put the window down, there we go. This comes out of the window. Now let me just show you how it works. So this is 3 pieces all together. This part comes off. This part is stored inside the door here. Like that. Okay. The other part slides together. Okay. And it's stored right behind it. So there is your window system. We're using our solar panel to get our electricity here. And what we're using is a 25-foot cord because you really need to move it around. There's a cord that came with the EcoFlow solar panel, which is, I think, 7 feet long. So that cord is long enough if you want to just put the solar panel up on the back roof. You can put it, I was putting it on the back where the bicycles are, but really you need an extension. One thing about putting a solar panel on your roof permanently is it just negates the space. And the other thing is you don't always want to be parked where the sun shines. This way you can park in the shade and you've got about 30, maybe 32 feet of cord to find the sun, and you really have to move it around all day long. One of the best things with this is this little device here, and if you can see the little black dot, if you get that in the center of the target, then you're in the prime location. It's a very simple device, costs 20 bucks, which is really overpriced, but takes the guesswork out of positioning your solar panel. Because we're going to use the solar panel right away, we're not going to put it back in its case, but just slide it behind the back seat. So we just put it in there, and it's easy to get at when we need to get more power. Now, if we look at the what we're using, we've got a total of 4 kind of containers. So we've got kitchen food supplies here. We got kitchen equipment. This one is our hardware bin with all kinds of things, tape, sewing, whatever you need to fix things. And our last thing is we have our dishes in here. So we have dishes and we have our stove. So when we're traveling, we can put these on top of the fridge. We put our tablecloth there just to pad it, and those just go on top of the fridge. This bin goes here, and the stove. And this is a great little stove. This is all you need. Now we'll just close up here. And this can push forward a little bit. We got a couple more things. We got, this is our bag of sports equipment. So we've got our snorkels, cycling gear, the hammock, anything sports related. These sinks are the greatest things. We were using them as little bathtubs for your feet. If you want to carry your art supplies somewhere, they fit together. And you need to have a couple of them. So now we can just stick our folding chairs in there, our hose, and our extension cord. And that's it, closed. So as much as I said the ARB awning and add a room are perfect for the element, it does have one major design fault. But there is a solution. I'm going to show you what the problem is first of all. If you look here, there's a little groove here, and on the room there is a edge that you have to slide into that groove. Okay, so the first problem is, especially if it's dark and at night, you're trying to slide your entire tent sideways across. That can be a problem if you don't have enough room. So I'm going to show you what the solution is. If you see these little clips, so what I'm doing, I'm putting a clip onto this channel, okay, and then it just clips into the track like this and is held by pressure. So if we look at the one behind here, you can see, and if we need to get rid of them, you can just unhook them. But with the pressure of the canopy, it holds them in place. That is the trick. This was an IKEA rod, but I'm going to try to come up with another something that'll do the same thing. It's got to be able to hook in and hold that beads. And what this means is that you can drop your tent on the spot, roll up the awning, leave, come back, and what we normally do is we mark our tires so we know exactly where to go. But even after, you can reposition a bit. You can just hook back on and you're back in business. The other way, you actually have to move everything out of the tent, slide it sideways to get it off. ARB, it's a major mistake you made making this, but easy to fix. Maybe I'll talk to you. So in order to clean it out, we just lift the entire floor, shake it to one end, and dump it out. Now we can see how easy it is to just unclip the tent from the truck. And there we go. Because the other side zips, it comes straight down. Now, if we were leaving this, we could just leave this in a pile, put a tarp over it, and come back later, which we've done. Now we just have to fold it up and get it into the bag. Okay, and once we got the room stored away and into its bag, time to take the canopy down. So, and you need to have the guide ropes. You got to hold this thing, it's like a sail. It can get away on you. So the first thing we do is we undo the side bars, fold them away. And now collapse the outside legs. They fold into this edge. And now we just have to roll it up. Ready to roll.